Hello, everyone. My name is Naeva Flory. I am so grateful to be part of the Million Mom Movement Council. And I also have my council members here with me, Taz Ferreira, Carmela Velarde, Sherry Packard, and Michelle Ricci, who is going to be stepping off of our council next week. Will be her last Fierce Friday with us. So please make sure and come back next week to wish her farewell. She is off to have an adventure with her son, which is part of this incredible business. And what we have the opportunity to do here with this business is having the time and location freedom to do what we want, when we want, and work with who we want as well. So I'm so grateful to have each and every one of you here. You are all part of this incredible movement called Million Mom Movement, or also known as the Movement of Many. And we all need your help to move this movement forward and share this information out far and wide. Today, we're going to be talking about Superxanthin, which is an incredible product based on red marine algae and all the benefits that it provides our body. So today we're going to be talking about eye health, skin health, post-workout recovery, and so much more. And I'm so excited to dive right in. And so I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to my council member, Taz Ferreira, and she's going to share our In the News piece.
Hi, everyone. So I'm joined today with my daughter. You guys know her, Kiara. She's 14. And, it's always a treat to have her on with me because you're like an extended council member as well,
Yes,
right?
I love being on these calls.
Yeah. So I told her we're talking all about Astaxanthin. And we have some great news articles. Can you help me pull them up?
Yes, I shall. Okay, do you guys see them? Perfect.
You see? Perfect. Wonderful. Okay, so one key aspect about astaxanthin that I found out about years ago that I thought was so interesting. Whenever I talk to people and they're like, I'm pescatarian because, salmon is so good for you. And I ask them questions. I'm like, why is it good for you? And then they're like, because of all the omegas and it's so bright red and it's great for you. But you know why it's bright red? It's bright red because of astaxanthin. So let's look at this article. So actually, natural farmed salmon is naturally gray. So you know what they do? They inject the dyes inside to make it bright pink. So this is why we always suggest if you're going to have fish, have a wild caught because that one is not injected. But all the farm fish are artificially injected. And why not just cut out the middleman and go straight to the nutrients, and the nutrients being astaxanthin. When I found out, I'm like, shrimp, flamingos, lobster, all of these seafood that turn that bright pink, it's because they all eat astaxanthin. How cool is that, right? And what's some interesting things about astaxanthin? Well, it's a carotenoid, are essential pigments produced by bacteria, fungi, algae, and plants. Okay, and it's found in the shrimp, lobster, and even flamingos. Why are salmon red? Well, we spoke about that. And astaxanthin is a potent antioxidant, meaning it prevents some of the cellular damage. Cellular damage is what causes oxidative. So we can prevent oxidative stress to happen in DNA and to perfection. Antioxidant 100E. As vitamin E is great for skin health. So not we'll discuss later in today's call, but it's so great for your skin. It's great for your immunity and your reproduction. Okay, and the salmon eggs are red and orange in color because of the accumulation of astaxanthin. So now when you're looking at the fish, you're looking at shrimp, you're looking at flamingos, you can never look at them the same way again. You have to always associate they're pink because of astaxanthin. And it plays an important role in your immune function. It enhances the production of antibodies and the proliferation of immune cells. It improves liver function in fish. So if it's improving the liver function in fish, what do you think it's going to do for us? It will be improving our liver function as well. It increases the defense of oxidative stress, serves as a source of vitamin A, and boosts its activity in fish. So I mean, this will do the same thing with us as well. And this is great. And it will help your intestinal microbiome. And you know, us at Purium, oh, what do we talk about? Gut health, gut health, gut health. So if astaxanthin can help with gut health and regulate your glucose metabolism, how amazing is that, right? Let's get to the second article. We have another article that I wanted to share. Okay, this is the second article. Okay, so astaxanthin also gives athletes the edge. What do I mean by that? Well, and to see taking astaxanthin, let's go to the article. Its power generally allows salmon to make the heroic upstream swim. Okay, so do you see that they're saying this gives the salmon its energy to swim upstream? So what is that going to do for us? It's going to help our endurance, right?
Exactly.
If you're an athlete, it will be helping that. So the study featured a low dose of astaxanthin, 4 milligrams per day, okay? And the astaxanthin had time to concentrate throughout the treatment in the GRUD body, resulting an increase in strength by 62%, and it helped inflammation. It helped reduce inflammation as well. So this shows you how important astaxanthin is for athletes. And there's something else that astaxanthin does. It reduces lactic acid as well, which helps, you know, muscle recovery. And I know you have a great story about that.
I do. So I'm an athlete. I play tennis every single day for 2 hours in the Miami hot sun, which is really hot.
Oh, wait, let me stop sharing.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So I'm playing every single day for 2 hours and it gets really hot. So what I do is I make my super xanthan, I put the power shake, I put everything in, and when I'm playing, I do not need to reapply sunscreen because super xanthan acts as an internal sunscreen. So I don't get any sunburn. And the best part is that afterwards playing, I get no muscle pains. My muscles recover super fast and I can keep on playing, keep on training and seizing the day.
So I like how you mentioned that, right? So you're training outside at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week in Miami heat, okay? She plays like 2 or 3 hours a day. Playing outside, so you don't have to reapply, you don't wear sunscreen, you just take the astaxanthin, the super xanthin, right? So it acts as your natural sunscreen. It's helping your muscles recover and helps you with your endurance.
It does.
And I know you like it, you love it for your skin. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about that?
So as a teenager, you know, you're prone to break out a bit more, and super xanthan just helps my skin so much, and I am glowing every single day because of it. And it's just become a staple in my life.
Yeah, I know. And you know, anyone who's dealing with teenagers who are dealing with hormonal breakouts, this has been a great component that they've added. So many of your friends have asked you, what are you using? What are you taking daily? And this actually helps. There's something else I have to add. If you have a teenager or ourselves as women going through our natural menstrual cycle, astaxanthin also helps with inflammation there as well. So I mean, there's so many components to astaxanthin. The more you learn, the more you're like, wow, of course I'm going to include this daily into my daily regimen for my muscles, for my skin, for my health, on all levels, right?
For internal sunscreen, this is amazing. I love it so much.
Right, absolutely. Thank you, Kat. I'll pass it back to you, Naeva.
Wow, what an amazing testimonial. I totally love that. And I can totally relate to that because living in Hawaii, we use it all the time for our natural sunscreen. It's like taking a sunscreen from the inside. And actually, my son Myron, who's also the same age as you, Kiara, and he's in football, so also very active, and he uses super xanthan post-workout every single day when he comes home. He has cocoa hydrate and a super xanthan, among the other things that he's taking with joint flex and so many other great supplements to help him with his post-workout recovery from running for hours and hours and hours and expending all of that energy. And it really does help with the muscle cramps and so much more. And astaxanthin has so many incredible benefits. And some of them being that it can really help protect the muscle tissue from damage. So when you're taking this, and it's something with a lot of herbal supplements and holistic health, it's something that you do every single day that compounds over time. It's not a quick fix. It's not something that happens overnight. It's really important that you take the preventative measures of taking something every single day so that you can see the long-term results over time. And so as he's taking super xanthan every single day after workout, he's seeing more and more ease and recovery and less muscle cramping after workout, even prior to taking that super xanthan now, because it's really helping him to make that change in his body and helping to support his body with that muscle recovery. So I really love that about super xanthan. It's such an incredible supplement, and there's so much to be said about it. And we have some other articles that we'd love to share with you. I'm going to share an article from Purium because we have such incredible blogs that can help support you. And what I love about this blog is that it really goes into what is super xanthan, what is astaxanthin, and going along with what Taz was sharing, there's a beautiful flamingo here on the front cover of this blog. Because when flamingos, I didn't know this, but when I went to Mexico and I saw flamingos, they're actually white in a grayish color. And when they eat the krill, which the krill lives off red marine algae, then that's when they turn pink. And I had no idea. I had heard this before, but I didn't realize until I saw a white flamingo. I was like, what is wrong with that bird? And then I realized what that actually meant. Something else that's really interesting about super xanthan and astaxanthin is that it helps to not only protect you from the heat and from sunburn, but it also helps to protect you against the cold. It's like a natural insulation. So it insulates you both ways. If you're somewhere that in the wintertime it gets really cold, it can prevent frostbite, which is phenomenal. And that's how it can really help some of the sea life that are in the Arctic as well as in the tropics. So this is, you know, something that can be used anywhere for so many different things. And going back to fitness, astaxanthin could become an integral part of your regimen if you're exercising. So how does that work? It can really benefit you in so many ways. It can support endurance. It can help with the lactic acid. It may aid with body's response to inflammation. We all know that inflammation is the precursor to most diseases. And so when you can help with inflammation, that can help with the aches and pains, the soreness, the muscle cramps, all of those things from working out and expending so much energy. So there's tons of information, and we have so many different blogs to share with you. But the beauty gurus also love astaxanthin for their beauty arsenal. And you would never think this, but it really does help with your skin. Like Kiara shared, you know, it really did help her feel more confident as it was clearing up her skin. And so this works in multiple ways, especially for our teenagers that are athletes. They're getting, you know, they're getting rid of the issue with self-confidence with any skin issues that they might be suffering from, as well as getting post-workout recovery and helping the body to manage the oxidative damage that applies to our skin. So it can help in so many ways. It also helps with skin elasticity. So when we're helping somebody lose a lot of weight, or maybe they have wrinkles, age spots, things like that, or maybe after pregnancy, where that skin elasticity is really something that we want. And astaxanthin is so helpful with that. And I'm so grateful that we came out with super xanthan as a solution to this issue. And the main ingredient in there being the astaxanthin, which is red marine algae. So there's lots of different ways that you can use this. And in combination with other things that we offer here at Purium, we love suggesting to pair it with your super aminos, your biomedic, as well as your apothecary to really get a well-rounded experience. And we're going to dive more into some of these articles, but I'd love to pass it over to Carmela to share about astaxanthin as well.
Thank you, Nayeva. Yeah, I love that this powerhouse algae covers so many areas that you wouldn't think. And I think that you made this amazing post with this boy in the car saying, you know, did you know that there is a link between eye health, workout recovery, and skin? So it's just a powerhouse. And so what I wanted to share was my experience with my husband and his eye health, and then my dad and his eye health. So I was in the eye doctors a lot because of these two. And I was asking about prevention methods. I asked at least 4 different doctors, and they had nothing to say whatsoever. And I was looking all around the office for any kind of material, any kind of advice. And I was shocked that there was literally nothing out there in a doctor's office. This was a very reputable one in my town. And even when I've asked, they really didn't have anything to say besides lutein. We all have heard of that. But we do know that astaxanthin's natural ability to support the eye is in science. And what I found out was with my husband's eye stroke was it was blood pressure issues. It was a hidden, so it was hidden that it was something that could have been connected. And so when I looked into did you guys even know that you could have an eye stroke? I didn't until it happened to my husband. He didn't even know that it happened to him. He just thought he had like a blood vessel break. But it's really interesting how our body is talking to us, needing all the support it can, and then it will affect different aspects of our system if we don't give it what it needs. So the whole premise of superfood nutrition is epigenetics, and it's really prevention, giving the body what it needs so that it can perform in the best way and optimally. And so when I was in the office with my father, it was for cataracts. And again, no real solution from the Western world to talk about post-recovery, post-surgery recovery. Eat more carrots, lutein. Well, we're giving you an option that is definitely effective, and it's safe, and it has helped so much my own family. And I'm really happy to say that, we have something that a lot of people don't even know about, including doctors. And so this is something we need to share far and wide, because there's so many people out there who have eye troubles. Maybe they're floaters or pain in the eyes. I think my dad had like a broken blood vessel behind the eye. How do you prevent all of this? It's really to balance the blood sugar, get enough exercise, balance the blood pressure. So there's so many aspects to health that need to be balanced, as well as nutrition. But when you have these supplements that we have right in front of you, share it with a family member. Because when it came to my own, and we were in question, and I was questioning, those doctors who were supposed to be the experts, they provided very little. So I share this in hopes that all of you don't have to suffer, and that, we do our best with what we know. With epigenetics, we can prevent. And I'm complete. I pass the word.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Carmela. And it's so important, that we share these stories far and wide, because stories are really what inspire other people of what's possible when you give your body the right nutrients and the right ingredients to thrive properly. And so I love that you have that beautiful testimonial, and I'd love to pass it over to Sherry, who is also going to share with us some really valuable information.
Thanks, Naeva. So similar to Carmela, when asked doctors after my son was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, how can we actively prevent some of the secondary diagnoses that often come along with type 1 diabetes? One of those being eyesight, right? So issues with your eyesight, increasingly poor vision is I want to say side effect, but just a secondary issue, right, that comes along with type 1 diabetes. And the doctors didn't have anything to give me. In fact, well, actually one thought it was funny and said, well, he could eat more carrots, right? But kind of laughed that off as if, that is not actually, something that would work, right? But just something that you hear about, because we do. I remember as a kid being told that, you need to eat your carrots because they're good for your eyes. But did you know that astaxanthin actually has 10 times the antioxidant power to beta carotene? Right. So that's something really important to know, because especially with the quality of the soil that we have today, right? The amount of carrots you would even need to eat to even begin to start really truly protecting your eyesight through the vitamins that they provide is like a ridiculous amount. Even all of us here who love our vegetables, I don't even think could eat that much. So super-xanthin is definitely a way that we get to empower ourselves with our eyes. And that's exactly what I went ahead and started to do for my son. So sure enough, about a year into his diagnosis, he started to complain of headaches in school and, a hard time seeing. Sometimes he felt like his eyes were really blurry and he was constantly rubbing his eyes. And so I took him to the eye doctor, and sure enough, my son went from having perfect vision 2 years prior to now needing glasses. And I'm happy to report that now, 2 years into having super-xanthin, his eyesight is great. Like, he doesn't wear glasses and no more headaches. His eyes are not blurry, right? And this is, I know, a combination of a bunch of things that have really helped to strengthen his eyes. And it's great because we get to use super-xanthin two ways. So we're using it to help strengthen, his eyes, help his body to strengthen, but also because of his sports. So I share here often how my kids are avid athletes, young athletes, especially in hockey. And so super-xanthin is a no-brainer. Like, they have it every single day, and it helps to keep the lactic acid down, helps their muscle recovery. It's very rare that they'll complain about muscle aches, considering, excuse me, that they're on the ice 6 to 7 days a week. So that's a whole lot of activity, and they don't have, big issues with muscle recovery. So that's great. A little side note for me, I just recently, in the last month and a half, started training with a personal trainer. I had never been in a gym before. I had never worked out that way. I always preferred my yoga workouts at home. And one of the first things that the trainer noticed and mentioned to me was that he was very impressed that I wasn't reacting. I wasn't throwing up, in essence, right, from the intensive cardio that he was having me do, especially because I was new to it all. And he said, your lactic acid levels must be really low. And I was like, well, let me explain that. Let me tell you why. And so I explained how, super-xanthin is really helping us. So super-xanthin has helped our family in these areas so much. And just a really quick add-on, since Carmela was talking about, eye health in her family and her father and her husband. Well, I've watched my father struggle with eye issues since I was really young, and he had early onset glaucoma and a degenerative disease within his eyes. And about a year ago, the doctor told him that his eyesight, he had only about 15% vision in his eye. So it had seriously declined in a matter of a couple of years. And so, eyesight is something that is extremely important, and something that we often take for granted, right? And we don't really think about how we're right here on this Zoom, looking at each of us, and having these conversations and able to read the information in the blogs. But some people, don't have that. And so it's really important that we think about our eye health, in the same way that we think about every other aspect of our health.
Absolutely. So important. Thank you so much for sharing that story. And these stories are so valuable. Take these stories and share them on, right? Put these in your memory bank of stories, so that way you can, when somebody is talking about these things, you can share these stories and let them know that somebody that has had something similar, and how this can really help support them, because that's what we're here to do, is share our stories. And so I want to go ahead and pass it back to Taz to share some more information on this incredible super-xanthin and how it can benefit us.
Thank you so much, Naiva. So I don't know if you guys know this already. I love astaxanthin. It's one of my favorite superfoods. It's so beneficial. So there was something that happened close to our family that I didn't even think about. Okay, so my son, who you guys all know, Lucho, who's 9 years old, last year he was told in class he's having a hard time seeing. He's having a hard time seeing in class. So I thought to myself, I'm like, you're not seeing? Okay, so your muscle fibers are weak, right? What do I think of? I have not been giving you super-xanthin. So then we got him glasses because it was required from his class that he needed to get glasses. So I was like, okay, we are going to get you glasses, but I'm going to help you internally, okay? So I started him on astaxanthin twice a day for 30 days, okay? By the end of the 30th day, he no longer needed those glasses. How amazing is that? At 9 years old, this is how fast the muscle can start to regenerate and repair itself. So what's important with astaxanthin, it helps prevent atrophy in slow muscle fibers, because that's what happens. The muscle fibers become lazy. You know, sometimes when little kids get that lazy eyes, so we need to help support that. And astaxanthin helps support that. It helps reduce the degradation of nitrous oxide. So we know nitrous oxide helps, like if you have beets, you know, it helps the nitrous oxide, the blood flow in your eye. It helps the blood vessels and your capillaries in your eye. So all of these things are attributes that helped his eyes and helps his vision. So then at the end, he was like, you know what? I don't need the glasses anymore. So this is another way we can help support our kids, right? Of course, I got him the glasses, but I did my part as well. And he no longer needed it. So that is so powerful. Within 30 days, he didn't need it. And as you guys know, I have a transformative skin story. So I suffered from really, really bad eczema all over my face. I didn't have eczema on my hands or elbows, as most people do. I had it on my face and on my eyelids. And with eczema came a lot of melasma. I had sunspots everywhere, skin discoloration everywhere. I would go see my dermatologist. They would always send me to a plastic surgeon, and they're like, you know, you need to do laser. There's so many things that you have to do. You have to do them. There's no other solution. What am I going to do if someone tells me that? I'm absolutely going to find a solution. How can you tell me there's no solution out there, right? We are on this earth. Our purpose is to find another way. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe astaxanthin will help. It's so great with the vitamin E and the vitamin A and helping the oxidative stress. This is actually what my skin is going through. Liver health. What is actually happening in my organs that is showing up on my face? So I'm originally from Montreal, Quebec, and the weather there is freezing. In the winter, my skin is worse than the summer. I peel more in the winter. So when Naeva was talking about that, how astaxanthin helps with freezing point, well, this is something I was going through as well. So I started taking astaxanthin, maybe 3 a day, every single day, within 6 months. So this is something we need to understand, and we need to be gentle with ourselves. This is not an overnight thing. You need to be taking it every single day. If you're taking it with a week and you're not seeing changes, keep doing it. Take it every day. So I started taking it every day, and you know what started happening? All of my issues went away. My eczema went away. My eyelids stopped peeling. I did not need to wear sunscreen in the winter because I used to slap it on. It was really, really bad. I had no more sunburn. My sunspots, my melasma went away naturally. Everyone told me I needed laser. I didn't get anything done. It was only adding super xanthin, the raw form of astaxanthin. So a lot of people tell me as well, they're like, you know what? Because I hear you talk about astaxanthin all the time, I started including it in my diet, in my lifestyle. So then I inquire and I go, which one are you using? And then they show me this capsule that's full of oil. And I'm like, all right, okay, I see, I get what you're doing. That is great because they're going to the grocery store and they're buying astaxanthin, but our astaxanthin is different. How is it different? Our astaxanthin is not an oil. It is a raw form of astaxanthin. And what I've noticed is our astaxanthin is actually the highest quality, and it really works quite quickly, quicker than any oil-based. The oil ones, I used to try it and I didn't see any result. Ours has astaxanthin, and I believe it has some spirulina as well. I mean, you have does it have spirulina? Or is it only astaxanthin? Yeah, it does. Exactly, just for the capsule to be full. So I mean, you have all of the superfoods in there that helps your skin regrow, regenerate, and it supports your full immunity. How amazing is that? Are you guys learning something new? And doesn't that really make you think how incredible the superfood is? Right? Beautiful. Okay, I have another article that I wanted to share. I got so many articles about astaxanthin. When I found out that we're speaking about this, I'm like, well, what are we going to cover? We can cover so many things. So we spoke about eye health. We spoke about being an athlete. We spoke about inflammation, let's speak a little bit about heart health.
1 second.
1
It's
second.
not
Okay.
opening.
Okay. You're my IT.
Yes, I am.
It does not help with computers though.
No, it doesn't. Not yet. Okay.
There you go. That's it.
This is it.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. Okay, so
Okay.
astaxanthin is a heart healthy ingredient with growing science. Okay, let's go to this article. Okay. So the cardiovascular disease had become one of the primary health concerns worldwide every year. Okay, a powerful antioxidant that is attracting a lot of interest in the heart health category is astaxanthin, a naturally occurring carotenoid sourced from the microalgae. In nature, astaxanthin is produced by the microalgae, the defense mechanism against harsh environmental conditions. For humans, astaxanthin is a powerful dietary supplement that could provide superior nutritional advantage. Don't you love when the heart magazines jump on this? Due to its unique chemical properties, astaxanthin is regarded as one of the most powerful natural antioxidants known. It is 6,000 times more powerful than vitamin C. That is, I think we need to listen to that. 6,000 times more powerful than vitamin C, 100 times more powerful than vitamin E, and 5 times more powerful than beta carotene in the ability to trap energy from a singlet oxygen. In practice, this means that a higher dosage of these antioxidants is required per serving, around 10,000 milligrams of vitamin C and 20 to 40 of lutein, for example, to equate antioxidant capacity of astaxanthin. And the antioxidant like astaxanthin helps to counteract the damaging effects of reactive oxygen species, promoting a healthy oxidative balance. Simply put, an antioxidant is a molecule stable enough to donate an electron to neutralize, thus reducing capacity for damage. Basically, reducing oxidative stress. This is what they're saying. So let's see how this is helping your heart health. This is helping your heart health. So supplementing with astaxanthin has been shown to support a healthy oxidative balance in a group elevated of CVD. A 2014 study with postmenopausal women. Yes, we did a lunch and learn about perimenopause, and we did cover that in there. So if you haven't seen that, go to our YouTube channel to look at it, because we have great testimonials about that. So the research demonstrated the benefits of astaxanthin in fighting obesity, induce oxidative stress in overweight young adults and in women, and increase oxidative stress burden. Okay, the inflammation is established process contributing. Okay, all right. I'm just trying to find all of the good stuff in this article. Elevated LDLs, cholesterol combined with low levels of your cholesterol, for instance. Okay, shown to help. So it's just showing that it helps inflammation. Okay, it helps inflammation and it helps blood flow in the capillaries. So I mean, what's so important about this? It's going to help your heart health. It will be supporting it. So this is another great article. If you know someone who's going through any of these issues with their heart health, through their eye health, through any type of inflammation, astaxanthin will be supporting them. I'll pass it back to you, Naiva.
Thank you so much. What a bunch of great information. This one thing is so helpful for so many different things, for our skin, for our eyes, for our health, for our heart, for post-workout, for oxidative stress. I mean, the list goes on. And so I'd love to go into what is in our super xanthin, because it's such an incredible blend. And sometimes I feel like some of the tools that we have are underutilized. So I want to encourage you all to go to our product fact sheets, because we have product fact sheets for all of our incredible superfood blends. And so what is super xanthin? Super xanthin is a wellness supplement that contains super potent antioxidants, and it can be added to any joint care, workout, skincare routine for daily support. So what is in it? Astaxanthin is from Astareal, which is the most potent astaxanthin source and it's an extract from this red marine algae. So astaxanthin is a carotenoid, pigment, and antioxidant, and it's similar to beta carotene, like we shared, that comes in carrots. And I saw in the chat that somebody had shared that it would take 700 carrots today, because one carrot, 100 years ago that was grown in regenerative soil would have way more carotenoids and beta carotene in it to, help our health. So you'd have to eat so many carrots now in today's depleted soils. And so that just goes to show that having this seaweed, this red marine algae that is so beneficial for our health, is really important, because you could literally not eat enough carrots in a month to make this happen, even if you're juicing them. So it can be found in shrimp, salmon, and other sea creatures for the pinkish color, like Taz shared at the beginning of this call. It's cultivated from seed culture in a sterile environment. The growing process begins with essential nutrients and light for optimal growth. Once the culture is dense and in the green phase, it is transferred to a stainless steel photobioreactor so that the red phase can begin, aka produce the production of astaxanthin. So the algae then fully matures and is harvested, crushed, dried, and put into capsules for consumption. This is great for cardiovascular and cardiovascular and brain studies have linked its properties to lower oxidative stress and inflammation and improve blood flow in capillaries, lipid profiles, and mental acuity. So the inflammation research further claims that astaxanthin supports post-workout joint soreness by promoting reduced lactic acid buildup, which inhibits athletic achievements and helps the body recover more effectively. Additionally, astaxanthin helps keep eyes and skin safe from UVA and UVB rays and the damage by quenching singlet and triplet oxygen cells. So this is so important. This one ingredient is so great, and I'm so grateful that we have it in our super xanthin. The second ingredient is our organic spirulina. Organic spirulina, if you didn't know, is nature's most dense multivitamin that comes from nature. So it's so important to have it. It's high in protein, it's high in iron, has so many benefits to our body. So these plant-like cyanobacteria is also referred to blue-green algae. It is filled with nutrients and antioxidants, aiding the body's healthy response to inflammation. Research shows that spirulina can support healthy blood lipid levels. Plus, it can help support blood pressure, muscle strength, endurance, muscle fatigue, and exercise-induced oxidative damage. Like plants, spirulina can facilitate photosynthesis, producing energy out of the sunlight. One of the main components of spirulina is phycocyanin, which gives spirulina its blue-green color. This antioxidant can help support against free radicals, unstable atoms in the body that can damage the cells. So support the body's response to inflammation, and that is so important, like I mentioned earlier. And these are in cellulose capsules, so super simple, 2 algae mixed together to give us the best benefit from nature. And we suggest taking 2 capsules per day with a meal for optimal results and recovery. When exercising, take 1 capsule pre-workout and 1 post-workout. And this you'll see so many incredible benefits. So why do we make it? Whether it's because of injury, intense physical exertion, or natural aging, millions of people deal with joint and muscle soreness. Many try to relieve their pain by taking non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. These may offer relief, but can lead to gastrointestinal bleeding, increased risk of heart attack and stroke, addiction to organ and cardiovascular disorders. Super xanthin offers a safe and natural alternative without the dire side effects. And that's something I love about our superfood, is that, there are no harmful side effects. The side effects are always positive. Like maybe you're taking it for heart health, but you're also increasing your eye health, you're increasing, decreasing your inflammation, and you're getting all kinds of other good benefits as our quote unquote side effects. So some workout recovery supplements utilize dangerous ingredients to promote recovery, including excessive amounts of vitamins, ginseng and guarana, However, Superxanthin's formula can effectively help reduce post-workout soreness with a limited amount of ingredients. In addition, many people use sun sprays, lotions, powders to protect from the sun's UVA and UVB rays. And the Environmental Working Group warns against the use of specific sun lotions because of the chemical toxicity that can damage your skin. Yet, Superxanthin offers a protection from the rays without the toxicity. And like I mentioned earlier, we have incredible products that you can pair this with to really get the most out of your Superxanthin and your overall experience by doing a full protocol. And we'll be going into our holistic fitness pack in a minute and everything that comes in that, including the Superxanthin and how you can pair it with so many other superfoods that Purium offers. But first, I wanted to go ahead and see if my council had any other articles or anything you wanted to share. Taz, did you have any other articles you wanted to share from?
I don't think so, but I wanted, Superxanthin is really amazing. Oh, I think Michelle wants to say something. Okay, I'll unmute her.
Oh, yay,
Hey,
Michelle.
ladies, what a great call. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm glad I could jump in for a minute. I said in the comments that I take 2 to 4 of these a day and 12 of the Bio Regen, which also contains this. And that came after a recommendation when I had a squamous cell carcinoma lesion basically come up on my eyelid. And of course, they wanted to rush me right into Mohs surgery and reconstruct my eyelid from skin on my face. And that just isn't an option for me. That would have been 2 huge surgical traumas on my face at once. And I really believe that my body is designed to heal. So of course I asked the formulators and went straight to the horse's mouth, and taking 12 of the BioRegen a day was recommended. And I know it's because of the astaxanthin properties. And maybe Taz, you can say a little bit more about not just how it impacts the eyes, but why for my eyelids, that would have been a recommendation. Great call, ladies. Thanks for including me.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Go ahead, Taz, did you want to share something?
I mean, there's so many things, like everything we've mentioned on today's call, astaxanthin can do, from the oxidative stress to the cellular degradation to, you know, protecting the UVA and UVB. And you know what's really important? So many people are slapping all of this sunscreen on their skins. Sunscreen gets absorbed into your body. Anything you put topically gets absorbed into your microbiome within 22 seconds, right? Applying it on your skin. But you know, when you develop, most people that I've met who's developed skin cancer, it's not places that you apply sunscreen. Did you know that? Where lots of people, when they develop skin cancer, it's on their scalp. It's, you know, places that we don't show, that's not exposed. Private parts, all of these parts are not, you don't apply sunscreen, and they need to be protected, right? And astaxanthin, within 3 days of using it, makes a complete protection on your skin. Picture it like a shield on us. How amazing is that? So keep using it. Even if you're in the winter and you're like, well, I don't need sunscreen. You do. You do need sunscreen. Just take it every day. It's one of my non-negotiables, paired with so many others that, you know, just keep it part of your routine each and every day, and start having the kids use them young. Like Kiara mentioned in the chat. What were you saying?
Yes, it's great that we're starting to use this young, and I'm going to share something on the Million Kids movement about this as well. Just saying how it's great that we're starting this young, and we can improve our performance in sports and everyday life, and we can start now. And what would be the conclusion at the end, like how we're going to perform,
like where you're going to like end up,
where we're going to
like,
end up, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, as us, as parents, as moms, if we can pass this information to the future generation, how beautiful, right? Back to you, Naiva.
Thank you so much. So I wanted to go ahead and, Carmela, did you want to share something?
Yeah, something that wasn't spoken about, and it just came to my mind was, well, I've been a massage therapist for 23 years. And one of the really great components, like the post-recovery workout support it gives, it flushes lactic acid. So with my massage therapy clients, I recall some of them having such, because I do very deep work, deep tissue, shiatsu, so it's a very deep release, emotional release. And afterwards, to help them to recover, because sometimes they'll be in bed for like a day because they're just They're overwhelmed with the amount that I brought out of their system, that they were out of commission. And they were like, I had to take like a couple days to just recover. What I told them, this was after I had found Purium. As soon as I did, I learned about superxanthin for the sports, but for lactic acid, and also for my dad's gout, which is uric acid, just acid in the body, it really does support that. So I would give them the same dose as I would, that's indicated because it's for a 150-pound person. It's really based on the weight of the person. And they saw tremendous relief quickly. So what superfoods get to do for all of us is provide accelerated results for things that we need to optimize already in our body. So use them as tools. So yeah, if you do get, if you have a workout, but if you get a really intense massage where there's a lot of lymphatic drainage, if you do a lot of rebounding, when you're really pushing things out and you're detoxifying the liver, when you're using the super cleanser and you have parasite cleanse happening in your body, support your body by allowing you to push out that acid. And this is just another tool of ours, as well as the apothecary, of course, that's really supportive of the acid. So I just wanted to drop that in too.
Thank you so much, Carmela. And we're going to go ahead and share about our holistic fitness pack that comes with the superxanthin. And I'm going to pass it over to Sherry to talk to us about this incredible pack.
Thank you, Neva. I love this pack. It's such a complete pack for, again, athletes of all ages, just really anyone wanting to benefit from, anyone who works out, or anybody who just really cares about what we're saying, reducing lactic acid levels within the body, and reducing inflammation overall. So it's a really great pack. Really complete pack. So first up is our super aminos. I can't say enough great things about super aminos. I take them every day. My kids take them now, especially because of the intensity of their sports. It's a no-brainer to me. I love how it helps to create lean muscle. This is great even for people who are not working out. In fact, I would say it's essential for people who are not working out, right? Because it really helps to support the building of strong muscles within the body. And aminos, don't forget, are the building blocks for protein. So important that we get our aminos every single day. I also love that it bypasses the organs. So it's not putting additional stress on the body like so many of these sport powders out there on the market. So many of these, it's a very large part of what I do. I often get clients asking me which protein powder can they take, which recovery powder they can take. And really, when you start breaking down the ingredients, there are so many damaging ingredients in these protein powders. And of course, things that you won't see on the label, like heavy metals and glyphosate. So this is such a fantastic alternative, no stress to the body, just pure protein. And we have our Can't Beat This. So Can't Beat This is a great alternative to coffee. Many of my clients have stopped taking coffee and drink Can't Beat This. It's a great pre-workout, and it helps to increase the your endurance, right? Because it helps to get more oxygen into your body, and your body can absorb more of the oxygen while working out. So that's what makes it such a great addition to any workout plan. And I love the taste. So beets is, I know that beets can have a particular taste and not everyone likes them right off the bat, but this is a great combination. It's got like a light, sweet taste, and I love to pair it with our apothecary. Then we have the MVP Sport. So again, as I was saying about protein powders, so many on the market, so many dangerous ingredients in these protein powders. I cannot say that enough. And I see, because I'm in the world of young athletes in sport, I'm seeing kids younger and younger taking these protein powders. Okay, the amount of damage that they are creating in their bodies at such a young age is alarming to me. So we really want to go with, it's important that, yes, we help support our bodies after a workout, and a protein powder can be a great way to do that, but we need clean ingredients. That is a must. And I love our MVP Sport because it has adaptogens in them. It has a great mushroom blend, and it helps to maintain that muscle mass, promote rapid recovery, and reduce cravings and appetite afterwards. I don't know about you guys, but after a workout, I'm starving. And so you don't want to be reaching for just anything. You want to be reaching for something that is going to be not only nourishing your body and filling that hunger, but also helping your body to recover afterwards. And then we have our highlight our star of today's call, our superxanthin. And so we know now all of the incredible benefits that superxanthin offers. We really want to be focused on inflammation, right? We want to be reducing inflammation. A body without inflammation makes disease really hard to take hold of. Okay, so that is a goal that we should all be focused on, whether you are an athlete or not, whether you're struggling, let's say, with eye health or skin issues or not. Superxanthin is a fantastic alternative, is a great addition to anybody's lifestyle because of all the incredible benefits that it has. And then we also have, part of the pack is our super lights. So these are really great for hydration. So when we are working out, or we're doing a sport, or we're just out in the sun, right? And we're sweating and it's hot, we're losing electrolytes. And super lights is a great combination to help get that rapid hydration back into the body. It gives you healthy electrolyte levels, and it supports a healthy response to headaches and muscle fatigue and cramping that are so common with a lack of hydration.
Thank you so much, Sherry. And so here you'll see that you have the well-rounded everything that's in the pack. And so if you want to print this out, share it along, have it posted on your fridge. If this is something that you want to try, we have so much support for you to add the superxanthin to a really healthy regimen that can support you in your everyday life. And lastly, I just want to share with you one more tip is that the superxanthin is one of the highlight products for our 3 and then free promotion. So if you have been taking advantage of this promotion, then you know how incredible it is. You already saved 25% on your superfoods, and you can save an additional 25% by ordering superxanthin for 3 months in a row. And on the 4th month, you get a free pack of superxanthin in your package for free. So take advantage of this incredible promotion, add superxanthin to your cart today, and get the benefits over the next few months and get your free pack in the new year, which is such a great promotion for us to take advantage of. And those free packs, you can keep it for yourself, or maybe you want to pass it along to a friend as your free sample. And there's so many ways that we can take advantage of all the incredible promos that Purium offers us. And so with that, we're coming to the end of our call. We're going to do a call to action with you all. So if you're not on your phone currently, we ask you to pull out your phone, and I'm going to pass it back to Sherry to do our call to action.
Thank you. Okay, I am going to share my screen. Let's go to share this. All right, can everybody see this? Okay, perfect. So our first call to action here is going to be back to Purium's blog post. So we really wanted to start highlighting the blog post here at the Million Mom Movement because we think it's such a wealth of information, such a great resource to share with people. And that's what our call to action is all about. It's sharing our movement forward. So we chose this article specifically because it's about our superxanthin supporting eyesight naturally with Purium. So what I love about this article is that you can click here. There's a link that brings you to a video of Dave Sandoval going more in depth about eye health, talks about habits that are hurting your vision presently, things like staring at screens all day, smoking, not wearing sunglasses, and rubbing your eyes a lot. So these are some of the things that, we all do. Well, hopefully not the smoking, but the rest we all do on a daily basis, right? We're all on our screens. That's a big one. And then of course goes into nutrition and how we can support that, the vitamins and minerals that our eyes need most. And then goes into our famous superxanthin. So what we're asking everybody to do today is not just to share with 10 people, which we still want you to do, but we're asking you to make a post about it. And I know the way that us at the Million Mom Movement have decided to do it is either we've done it already or we will be doing it following the call, because what we ask you guys to do, we make sure that we're doing as well. We will be sharing a post about this blog, and we're going to do it as a green screen. So I know that Tass did a really good demonstration a couple of Zooms back about how to get to your green screen. And so you go to your green screen on your stories and you share, or on your post, and you share the blog as the background, and then you are in the front. And we're asking you to just share something that you learned today on the call, something that you didn't know about superxanthin, some of its benefits perhaps, or the ingredients and what they do. And then we have a bonus call to action for you today, and that would be to go over to our YouTube page and not just subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, but share it, right? Because this is another wealth of information. All of our calls are recorded and they all get posted right here. I can't tell you how many times I myself have gone to the Million Mom Movement and shared their videos with clients and friends and family, because there's so much information. You know, in one call, we don't just cover products, but we show testimonials, and there's just so much priceless information there. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do, and please share with somebody who you think could benefit from the information that we provide there. And then I believe I'm passing it on to Carmela to end us out.
Yes, thank you,
Sharing my
Sherry.
screen.
What a great call this has been, right? I learned so much about astaxanthin, superxanthin, and thank you for Kiara being also our council member for the day, and Michelle coming on in the end. So I'm going to end us off with next week's Fierce Friday. I put it in the group chat. And I wanted to share screens so that you guys do see that we have an event page on Facebook for you to share on. If more people knew about it, don't you think more people would come? I think a visualization is really key to actually manifesting a movement growing. So just seeing that we have it and seeing 12 people have already responded going next week, because we've started to share this at the end of every call. So we do have a focus on holistic heart support. Who do you know? I mean, this is like the leading cause of mortality worldwide. Who do you know right now who needs a little support with their heart? I can name at least 20 people right now. So think about who you can invite. If they're on Facebook, great. So definitely do that. I'm going to follow you over here to this screen where you can follow us. So like what Sherry had mentioned, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's where all the replays are found. And we have so many other pieces of content that could be shareable for if you're coaching with the organic superfood vehicle. They're great follow-up tools for education, because people who are maybe just starting the protocol or trying a supplement that's specific to them, they might need to see the community speaking about their truths and testimonials to allow them to really engage deeper into their healing process with them. So that's what our YouTube channel is really about. It's about being a shareable tool for the entire field. And we do have 2 Facebook groups. One is at the Million Mom Movement, and that's the page. And then the group is at Million Mom Movement Official. So Million Mom Movement Official is where we're going to post the replay along with all these amazing blogs and links. Everyone was asking, how do we follow up with this and be able to see it? So every replay we post there. And please just share your thoughts, comments, feedback. We love that. Nayeva keeps that page really, really fresh as our social media manager. She does such an excellent job maintaining our Instagram page as well. So follow us on all of these pages. We'd love to just grow. And so look for our handle at Million Mom Movement. And please consider the call to action, like Sherry had mentioned, to share on a story, share as a post, and hashtag Million Mom Movement, hashtag I am the Million Mom Movement, or hashtag we are the Million Mom Movement. We do have a Twitter page, which is going to be X, I think, shortly. So follow us there. Everything that's posted on IG is also posted on Facebook and our Twitter accounts. And then I did want to mention that on our IG, we have this link tree for our Million Mom Movement, all the links. So I'm going to put it in the group chat. Just please click into the group chat so you have it saved onto your device, so that afterwards you can then have it to share on. So we're a movement of activism. We're going to get you into action somehow. So the best way is to stay connected and stay in motion forward towards a cleaner and greener world. I pass it over.
Thank you so much. Wow, what an information-packed call. I want to thank everyone here for joining us today and for doing our call to action, spreading the word far and wide. If you are a guest here and it's your very first time coming onto the Million Mom movement, reach back out to the person that invited you here. Let them know some of your takeaways and join our movement. We want to grow this movement, and the more the merrier. Each and every one of you here is part of the Million Mom movement, and we appreciate you for being here with us. And have a beautiful weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.